Hello, Sunnyside. It's good to be before you again. There are a few things I'd just like to share with you. First of all, number one, as seniors, we tend to love to give out advice. And I want to call to your attention that we really need to be careful that we take some of the advice that we're busy passing out. Take your time. Actually slow down. I was busy instructing my husband on some things, and before I knew it, I was getting up off the ground where I had fallen. So again, pay attention, slow down. And as I got up, I looked at my hand and I realized it was in a position I had never seen before. So again, do be careful. Do be careful. This is the month of August, and I really like to just acknowledge those who were born during the month of August, but I'd also like to acknowledge my neighbor. Remember, Nurse Jackie, who's given us any number of health hints, and she also gave us some information about how to organize our ballots. So happy birthday to Nurse Jackie, who is, as of today, 90 years old. So happy birthday, Nurse Jackie. On Saturday, August the 7th, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., the Mothers in Action will be having a back-to-school health fair, and it's drive-through only. It's going to take place at Exposition Park, which is located at 3998 Hoover. You must pre-register, and when you come, you can get all kinds of back-to-school packs that's fully loaded with supplies and even more. The number you need to call is 323-290-0456. Again, 323-290-0456. So just be aware of that. LAUSD, that is the Los Angeles Unified School District, is offering jobs. So if you'd like some information about these $19 an hour jobs, where you will get at least 3 weeks trainings in cleaning the schools, go to LAUSDjobs.org. That's LAUSDjobs.org. There has been at least some 11 million people now who are behind on their rent. If you'd like some information about that, go to housingiskey.com. housingiskey.com to get information about rent, housing, and the moratorium on evictions. I understand that the moratorium continues in California through September, but across the nation, people are receiving eviction notices now. So again, pass the word along. housingiskey.com. SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood, here in California, is having a hospitality hiring fair throughout the month of August on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings from 5 till 7 p.m. August 3rd, August 10th, the 12th, the 17th, the 19th, and the 31st. And you're encouraged to come with a positive attitude, be ready for on-the-spot interviews, and have a valid ID. Now, some of the positions that are being offered are cooks, cashiers, stand help. And again, if you ever see that facility, you realize that you will need some help in terms of trying to get to different places. Again, warehouse, tour ambassadors. The event will be located inside the stadium on level 3 East Canyon. That's level 3 East Canyon. For additional information, email, go to SoFi Stadium Staffing at legends.net. That is SoFi Stadium Staffing at legends.net. Okay? And again, some of the information I'm giving is not necessarily for you, but again, please pass the information on to someone who might be able to benefit from it. AARP Soul Steppers LA, Coach Eric Null, suggests that with the weather as it is being so hot, drink water before you need it. Don't wait to get thirsty. Wear lighter clothing, lighter color, lighter clothing as well. He also suggests that you drink water that is not cold. He said it will be easier on your system. Again, drink water before you get thirsty. Wear lighter clothing. And again, don't drink water that's really, really cold. And again, I'm especially talking to the seniors now. There is a surge in COVID cases. It's spreading not only through LA County, but throughout the nation. Please do be careful. Wear your mask and get vaccinated if you possibly can. The virus or the variant is changing. Some people are complaining about the rules changing. Again, the virus isn't asking us about our plans. We had planned to have services in the sanctuary. But again, the virus said no. Be aware. Sometimes you do need to make changes in your plans. Do what is in your best interest. Do what is in the best interest of your community. And that appears to be get that vaccination if you possibly can. When was the last time you saw somebody walking around with polio or smallpox or diphtheria? Okay, just be aware. Again, that vaccination is crucial. In the main foyer at church, there still is a bulletin board that was put up back in March 2020, Women's History Month. Instead of changing the board, I put a smaller board in the center that's called A Time Like No Other. That is what we're experiencing at this time. So, what has happened in your life since March 2020? Do take the time and tell your story. Write your story. Do feel free, again, to share it. I look forward to reading some of the stories, some of the events that have happened in the lives of members of Sunnyside. And again, I'm one that maintains, too, that writing can truly be therapeutic. Looking forward to hearing from you. Again, what have you learned since March 2020? Pastor Emeritus of Messiah Baptist Church. His name is Reverend Dr. Whalen Jones. He was one of the interim pastors here at Sunnyside during our search for a pastor some time ago. Well, I mention this because his granddaughter, her name is Allison Felix. Allison Felix is an Olympian. She's a participant in the games that's taking place now. And according to the LA Times Parade magazine, it says that 11, that's the number of Olympic medals that Allison Felix 35, needs to become the most decorated U.S. Olympic track and field athlete of all times. She already has 9 going into these games. So as you're watching the Olympics, just do know there's a Sunnyside Connection. And as I look at this, as I was looking through some of my things, I came across a picture of Dr. Jones. One time, there were some ladies here at Sunnyside who were being taught how to quilt, and we were making this quilt called Grandmother's Flower Garden. And this picture shows then that Dr. Jones and his wife were holding the quilt. And I just pray that we presented that quilt to Dr. Jones, because I haven't really seen it since. Okay, so just do know that there is a connection. There is a program, or there is a station now, KBLA, 1580 AM, and it's an all-black talk program. And as I was listening to it, they were interviewing 2 people who took part in the 1968 Olympics, John Carlos and Tommy Smith. At the end of the Olympics, when they went to receive their medals, they had on a black glove, okay? And as a result of them demonstrating, that second day, and I didn't hear about that second day, their medals were taken from them and they were eliminated. They could no longer participate in international competitions. Okay, John Carlos and Tommy Smith. So just be aware that as you're listening, little bits and pieces of our history tends to come through. Simone Biles, the GOAT. GOAT meaning greatest of all times. Okay, is that right? Okay, just be aware that she is one who has been doing some things that are just magnificent. And she has come to the realization that she needed to kind of just step back, and she allowed another Olympian to take her spot. It's really interesting that sometimes you really need to know your worth. Sometimes you can speak volumes by not speaking and by not participating. She is teaching us that we really need to value ourselves. Okay? So know your worth, know your limit. So keep an eye out for Simone Biles. She's a little thing, but oh, she is dynamic. A part of our history is taking place on an ongoing basis. As I close, please be very careful. The virus is still out there. It's more dangerous than ever. Be very careful. Wear your mask. The virus isn't following any of man's rules. It's creating rules as it goes, and we really need to pay attention. Again, wash your hands, stay safe, do what's in your best interest, but also be conscious about what's best for the neighborhood, for your community as well. God bless you.